Good evening, I'm Matt Woodman. This is CTV News at 5. Tonight, smoked in, spending less time outdoors because of the smell from a landfill fire. Leaving the party, the future of parties in municipal politics as a city councillor jumps ship. And night lights, expect an encore of the Aurora Borealis' dazzling display.
CTV Edmonton, local breaking news with Matt Woodman.
People living near a landfill fire burning west of the Edmonton area are fed up with the smoke and the smell. The fire started several days ago, and smoke has been filling the sky ever since. As CTV's Gates Warren reports, it's expected to linger even longer.
Alfie Baoy has been keeping himself and his kids inside their Seacourt area home all week.
We just keep inside the kids, and me also having an asthma, so we just keep inside. But I know it's not really good to stay outside, including that smell. And
that smell is coming from the GFL landfill just across the highway. A fire that started there Sunday is still burning, and people in the area want it put out.
If the smell is not good, we're staying inside because I don't want the kids complain too, and then they get sick and all that.
After having quite a good summer, and then all of a sudden the smoke, because it was quite bad. The smell is so disturbing.
Parkland County says air quality is a, quote, paramount concern, and all efforts are being made to minimize the spread of smoke. It says specialized industrial firefighting contractors have been brought in, but the fire is expected to burn for some time. People we spoke with say they want the fire to be put out quickly, but are unsure where to go for help.
I don't know who to complain, but just like I said, I just been keeping my kids and myself also inside.
Pediatric respirologist Dr. Ann Hicks says toxins in the air could have serious short and long-term effects.
In a landfill, you would be releasing toxins from things like plastics that are burning. And you also worry about heavy metals. So things like mercury and lead and stuff that would absolutely be potentially in paint or old, you can imagine old housing materials.
Hicks says staying inside and limiting exposure to smoke is the best thing you can do. Alberta's environment minister says the province monitors cases like these across the province.
When we do have incidents we need to look into, our department does that in coordination with other departments, often with forestry and parks and public safety.
Parkland County says the cause of the fire is under investigation, and the landfill will remain closed until the fire is put out. Gates Warren, CTV News, Edmonton.
Edmonton Fire Rescue Services is asking people to refrain from calling 911 to report the smoke from the landfill. The president of the union, representing thousands of healthcare workers poised to strike, says despite days of mediation, the two sides remain far apart. Last week, healthcare workers represented by the Alberta Union of Provincial Employees voted overwhelmingly in favor of a strike. They include licensed practical nurses, healthcare aides, and more. AUPE's president says the province does not recognize how essential these workers are. They could go on strike as early as next week.
We do have essential services agreements that actually ensure the life and limb of Albertans, the safety of Albertans. But at the end of the day, we will see an impact in terms of already a healthcare system that's under huge stress, where we're seeing long wait times for absolutely everything, and it's going to impact Albertans.
The union can serve strike notice Monday if a deal is not reached. The province says it trusts both sides will come to a fair and reasonable agreement. Another union representing healthcare workers says it has the support of Albertans as it returns to the bargaining table with Alberta Health Services.
Right behind me, you can see wall to wall, floor to ceiling, are hundreds of messages of support from Albertans.
The Health Sciences Association of Alberta says it has received thousands of supportive notes after launching its Put Yourself in Their Shoes campaign earlier this month. Mediation between HSAA and AHS resumed today. The union represents 22,000 healthcare workers, from paramedics to laboratory technologists and much more. Back in September, 60% of its members rejected a tentative deal. Since then, the union has been asking for more bargaining to happen. Union President Mike Parker couldn't say how close or far apart the two sides are.
Have to be very cautious right now, because as we walk into formal mediation, we have agreed to embargo the conversation. This allows the two sides to have fruitful discussions. But I can tell you this, Our members have been loud and clear that what they need in all of this is the strength of a collective agreement that retains the workers we have and recruits more.
The province says it respects the collective bargaining process and remains committed to reaching a fair and reasonable agreement that supports both healthcare professionals and Alberta taxpayers. Edmonton police are asking the public for dash cam footage from a crash that left a woman with life-threatening injuries. It happened around 2:30 Sunday afternoon at 167th Avenue and 97th Street. Police say the 31-year-old woman was turning left onto 167th Avenue when she was hit by another driver going through the intersection. The crash caused her car to hit another vehicle and a power box. Police believe the other driver was speeding. Any witnesses or drivers with dash cam footage of the crash are asked to contact police or Crime Stoppers. A busy road in West Edmonton is back up to 4 open lanes of traffic. The 95th Avenue renewal project is being put on hold for the winter. The city says this will help traffic move safely and efficiently during the snowy months. Phase 2 will resume in the spring. It will concentrate on the south side of 95th Avenue between 163rd and 170th Streets. Work that's been done so far includes new sidewalks, a new shared pathway, and stormwater drainage infrastructure. The Edmonton Oilers begin a 7-game Eastern Conference road trip in Philadelphia tonight. Forward Trent Frederick will be in the lineup, sporting a new shiner.
And here it is, front and center. Olivier is as tough as you get in the NHL with some uppercuts here.
I probably got the worst of that one, and they were just, sticking up for me, being good teammates, and, it was just good we got the win.
During Monday's game, Frederick dropped the gloves with Columbus Blue Jackets heavyweight Matthew Olivier. Oilers head coach Chris Knobloch had previously called out Frederick, saying he needed to bring more offense and physicality to his game. Knobloch says Zach Hyman will likely make his season debut at some point during the road trip. The Oilers take on the Flyers tonight at 5:30. Edmonton was treated to vibrant red and green northern lights show last night, and although beautiful, they can create problems with satellites, communications, even our power grid. CTV's Amanda Anderson explains why.
Streaks of bright green and red lit up the night sky Tuesday, a display of the Aurora Borealis, unlike anything some have seen before.
These ones weren't really moving the same way, but a beautiful color. A little bit of green mixed in, but not too much movement. So pretty, though.
The show, the result of the sun releasing 2 bursts of electrically charged particles, which then hit the Earth's magnetic field.
Just the sheer volume, the energy that basically was absorbed by the Earth's atmospheric gases, that gave us that red that we saw. The green is a little bit lower down in the Earth's atmosphere.
Many people shared photos, captivated by the abundance of red in the sky.
Heard all about it, saw so many pictures, and I went outside and there were none.
Frank Florian says there's a reason some may not have seen the red in all its glory.
You look up there and you don't see anything, but a camera, the sensors on your camera are very sensitive to the broad spectrum of light, and they'll be able to pick up that red, which the human eye can't.
Northern lights may be nice to look at, but the combination of electrically charged particles and the magnetic field can wreak havoc here on Earth.
In 1989, I believe, in March, there was a huge auroral display that also blew out one of the generators for Quebec Hydro, costing billions of dollars to repair. So it affects everything from phone transmission. So if your cell phones were acting up yesterday, you may have that may have been associated with this event as well.
EPCOR tells CTV News it hasn't had any issues so far, but solar storms can affect equipment or cause voltage fluctuations. That's why it increases monitoring and takes proactive steps to protect the grid when geomagnetic activity is detected. Florian says the sun goes through an 11-year solar cycle, which right now is at its max.
So in about 6 years' time, you may not see much of anything of the aurora, maybe a few nights here and there, but not as much as we see right now.
The northern lights are expected to return.
I'm going to get my phone out tonight instead and try and look at them.
Tonight's display predicted to be even more energetic and chaotic than last. Amanda Anderson, CTV News, Edmonton.
Let's head down to Trail Appliances now. No, Josh is not shopping for a new washer. He's launching our biggest Christmas campaign of the season. Josh, what's going on?
Is that what you need, Matt? You need a new washer and dryer?
Keep an eye out for me.
Is that why you threw that in there? Listen, you come down. There's lots of sales on right now, and you bring a gift for CTV Toy Mountain when you come down here as well. It is the 10th annual CTV Toy Mountain, which is unbelievable. It's hard for me to believe that it's already been a decade. I have Leah Oakley with BGC Big Brothers Big Sisters of Edmonton and area with me. How are you, Leah?
Good, thanks, Josh. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Once again, BGC Bigs, the recipient of all the money that we raise and all of the toys. So just talk about the importance of this campaign for you guys.
It's really exciting for our agency. You know, the kiddos that come through our doors celebrate all kinds of holidays this time of year. So it's really about just embracing that season of giving and getting to really build that community that wraps all the way around these kids.
Okay, so this year we're hoping that the mountain will be even bigger and better than ever before. We're hoping that we can raise, $30,000 this year, which would be outstanding for you guys. What does it mean to the kids to have a gift to unwrap?
So, we have kids come through our doors that kind of cover all walks of life, and it's just really an awesome opportunity to bring everybody in to celebrate the season. We've got more kids coming through our doors this year than last year. I mean, that's could be echoed across the community, I think. So the need is higher, and also the opportunity to be part of something really cool is also greater this year, too.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay, so you're helping out a great cause. Listen, Leah doesn't want me to tell you this, but there's another way you can help support BGC Bigs. Next Wednesday night, I'm hosting a fundraiser. This is going to be fantastic, a fundraiser. So go to bgcbigs.ca if you want to get tickets on that. I know we're talking about Toy Mountain, but another great way to help support a fantastic cause in our community. Leah, thank you. I know you were excited to see the Northern Lights last night.
Super excited.
Yeah, and so Leah just said to me, I hear it's another good night for that tonight, but
I hear it's going to be cloudy, John.
Yeah, it's kind of cloudy out there. I don't think you're going to luck out as much tonight. Let's take a look at temperatures out there. Thank you, Leah. Clouds are starting to roll in from the west, and temperatures have started to cool after hitting 8 for a daytime high today. It's 4 degrees downtown right now. We were 6 degrees above average today, and for the first time in several days, temperatures actually slipped below zero this morning. It was -4. Get used to more of that over the next few days. There's that cloud cover rolling in, and that will likely stick with us through the rest of this evening. It may break a little bit after midnight tonight, but way more cloud than clear skies tonight. So hopefully, if you're a fan of the Aurora Borealis, hopefully you got to see them last night, because if you're in the Edmonton area, I think you're out of luck tonight. 7 or 8 degrees again for a daytime high tomorrow, then a chance of some flurries tomorrow night, and a big cool down starts Friday. More on that and a little more about CTV's Toy Mountain, the 10th anniversary edition, later in the newscast.
All right, Josh, thank you. Coming up next on CTV News, the future of political parties in Edmonton's civic elections.
Help us build a mountain of toys. Donate today at ctvedmonton.ca.
Coming up Thursday on Your Morning, why Gen Z is embracing location sharing technology while others hide from it. Plus, tips to take advantage of the warm weather and prepare for fall, as well as the season ahead.
Your Morning Edmonton, weekdays.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
You're watching CTV News at 5.
New City Councillor Reid Clark is leaving the Better Edmonton Party to operate as an independent this term. The party says it respects his decision and will stick around until the next election to act as an opposition voice. CTV's Jeremy Thompson has more on what this municipal political landscape could look like.
3 weeks after the election and before its first proper meeting, City Council's makeup is shifting. It's the same group of 13 people, but Councillor Reid Clark says he's leaving the Better Edmonton Party, a move he says gives clarity to his supporters.
I'm going to be their voice and represent them, and there won't be any kind of outside voices that'll be influencing my decisions moving forward.
Clark's move leaves incumbent Karen Principe and newcomer Mike Elliott as the only councillors affiliated with a party. During the campaign, former party leader Tim Cardinal said the plan was never to whip votes in chambers, pledging the party would go dormant after the election. Better Edmonton's new board chair says the party is very much awake.
We've regrouped, and we've had a couple directors' meetings.
Cam Johnson respects Councillor Clark's decision to leave the party. His focus is what comes next. Johnson wants to build a party brand strong enough to prevent a vote split on the centre-right 4 years from now.
We expect to have, a bit of a shadow council. We'll have comments for sure about some of the decisions that come down.
I don't blame Better Edmonton for sticking around.
This political advisor says the election was successful for Better Edmonton's first try, winning 3 races and capturing second place in 7 others. He says acting like an official opposition will take dedication.
Do they have the resources to have, dedicated people who can analyze and respond, and are there 2 representatives, their 2 councillors going to actually be their spokespeople?
Mike Elliott tells CTV he hasn't made a decision on sticking with Better Edmonton yet, and Karen Principe did not reply to our request. Meanwhile, a leader with PACE, Edmonton's other political party, tells CTV it also plans to stay active and critique council as Alberta's experiment with city parties enters a new phase. Jeremy Thompson, CTV News, Edmonton.
A Ukrainian restaurant in North Edmonton hosted visitors from Ukraine for a special musical lunch today. Among them, a military veteran from Ukraine. Members of Vohan Ukrainian Dance Ensemble were performing in the kitchen at Donya. That restaurant employs more than 24 Ukrainian newcomers. Among the crowd today was Anatoly Verinosenko, who's visiting from Ukraine. Through a translator, the former soldier described that today is about Ukrainian pride during tough times on the battlefield.
Because we need to keep our country. I completely agree with this man. So we need to, we have only one, our native land. And we need to keep this land. Because if Russia will win, we can go on forever.
Verinosenko is in Edmonton visiting his daughter. As for the Vohan Ukrainian Dance Ensemble, they'll be performing at the Jubilee on November 28th. Still to come tonight on CTV News, a place for his puzzle, a completed piece so large, its builder has nowhere to display it.
2.5 years later, it was done.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
Marmot Basin in Jasper is postponing its opening day. The ski hill was originally hoping to open this Friday. Marmot says warmer temperatures have forced it to pause snowmaking operations. It hopes to continue Friday. While Marmot hasn't given any official new opening date yet, it does say it's aiming for sometime next week. And as skiers and snowboarders hope the hills can get back to making more snow, we hope you'll make a donation to Toy Mountain. Josh is down at Trail Appliances for the launch of the big Christmas campaign.
Yeah, 10th annual Toy Mountain. Just to follow up on that story about Jasper and Marmot Basin, there's actually a snowfall warning in effect for tomorrow. So I know that they were hoping to be open on Friday. They are going to get some pretty good snow. It's going to cool off. I think next week for a start date and an open date looks pretty likely there. All right, Matt mentioned we're down at Trail Appliances South. I've got Sonny Graywall with me. My good buddy, Sonny. How are you?
Josh, how you doing?
I'm fantastic. I can't believe we're doing this for a 10th year already. And I mean, to celebrate, what's going on here this Saturday?
This weekend, because we want to kick off this toy drive strong. You come in bringing a toy, potentially win $1,000 travel vouchers.
That is outstanding. Thank you, Sonny. We'll talk more at 6. Trail, always a huge supporter of our Toy Mountain campaign. They are our presenting sponsor. We'll talk more about that and how you could potentially win that $1,000 travel voucher in just a few moments. Take a look outside right now, though, with the Action Furnace River Valley Skycam Action Furnace fixed right over. It's free. Temperatures hitting 8 degrees for a daytime high. We're at 4. Under mostly cloudy skies right now. 2 to the south, Red Deer, Jasper's at 2 degrees as well, and right around the freezing mark in east central and northeastern Alberta. There's the cloud cover sliding in, and you can see some snow on the BC side of the Rockies. That snow will track east overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning. There's your heavy snow from around Jasper off to the north, and then along the Icefields Parkway. Could be upwards of 30 centimeters of snow in parts of the Icefields Parkway region. Could see a couple centimeters as well in northern Alberta. The other thing we'll have to keep an eye on early tomorrow morning is the risk of some patchy freezing rain in northwestern Alberta. By tomorrow afternoon, that green that you're seeing on the leading edge of that precipitation, that's just rain. Temperatures will be above 0. So this may start as some showers and then change over to some heavier wet snow for areas west and north of Edmonton. Could pick up a couple centimeters there. Watch how as this drops off to the southeast, though, it kind of breaks down as it rolls through the Edmonton area. So I think there's a better chance that we get some flurry activity tomorrow as opposed to none. it doesn't look really all that likely that we're going to see a big, heavy dump of snow. So we may not have much, if any, snow on the ground when we wake up Friday morning. And by Friday afternoon, skies will start to clear. But that'll be the first day of a cool down. Watch the warm air roll into southern Alberta tomorrow. We'll see temperatures tomorrow close to 20 in southern Alberta. That's the cooler air that slides in, though, starting Friday and then sticks around a week through the weekend and all of next week. -2 here in Edmonton tomorrow morning. Fort McMurray at -7 in the morning, back to 2 tomorrow afternoon. Should see a high of around 3 in Grand Prairie, 12 for Red Deer, and 18 and 19 in Lethbridge and Medicine Hat. Here in Edmonton, we'll start the day at about -2, get to about 7 or 8 with some increase in cloud tomorrow afternoon. And then tomorrow evening, that chance of some flurries. Windy and 2 degrees on Friday, 2s as well for Saturday, Sunday, and -1 with another chance of some flurries or light snow tomorrow. Again, it's the 10th annual CTV Toy Mountain presented by Trail Appliances. Stop by here on Saturday between 11 a.m. and 4. Bring a new unwrapped gift for BGC Bigs, and you could win a $1,000 travel voucher. Matt?
All right, Josh, thank you. A man in Edmonton who loves building puzzles doesn't have enough room for his latest creation.
This puzzle is hanging up in the Panama City airport. I wasn't there, but I saw it on a picture. And so when I saw it, I said, well, that's a challenge. Let's try to do that one.
When you're building a puzzle, every piece has its place. Rick O'Donnell's problem is he has no place for his finished piece. He started working on this 42,000-piece puzzle about 2.5 years ago. He says it took him roughly 800 hours to complete. It was built in 7 sections, and each bag had 6,000 pieces.
I did it in sections on the ping pong table. And so while I'm watching the Oilers game or football or whatever on TV, I was, putzing away at putting together puzzles and sorting out pieces, and, eventually it just comes together.
He says this around-the-world puzzle is by far the largest he's ever completed. The finished piece is more than 7 meters long, so unlike his other puzzles, he has nowhere to display it. He's hoping a school or library will take it off his hands and mount it on a wall.
Help us build a mountain of toys. Donate today at ctvedmonton.ca.
Sephora has launched a new line of makeup created by someone who grew up in Alberta.
This is quite surreal, Calgary's home for me. I brought up here, and seeing my own brand at Sephora is like, it's a wider dream,
Hung Van Gogh's career started at a local hair salon before he switched to makeup, where he quickly became a celebrity favorite. As a child, his family escaped Vietnam to a refugee camp in Thailand before moving to Calgary soon after. His pieces are named after a moment in his journey, including Calgary's area code and that refugee camp. That's our show for this evening. Thanks for watching. I'm Matt Woodman. CTV News continues right now.